here to review the candle Suntan from the Seaside Summer Collection. I know this is a tad bit late, but this is still available in stores. The thing is, the candles, they just came out with the new candle collections on August 3rd or 2nd, and they have not put them on sale for $12 since then. They did have a flash sale where they were $12, but I'm not buying them until they are half price and I can get them in store. So, when that happens, you'll see a candle haul from that, but yeah, I don't know when that will be. They're being kind of shady with like not putting the candles on sale. Alright, so this is Suntan. It's pretty boring. I only gave it a 6 out of 10 on the packaging. It's kind of got like boring, just white wax. It's got like a boring picture. The lid is cute, but in general, this is just kind of a forgettable looking candle. It's not a stunner. It's not something you're going to see in the stores like, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful candle. I want to put it like as a centerpiece. That's not going to happen. Alright, so the scent description on this version of Suntan says, "Hello sunshine, it's time to hit the sand with this blend of sun-drenched flowers, neroli blossom, and driftwood." A lot of times when you have a sunscreen scent, they will describe it as neroli blossom or yuzu, so I'm not surprised that they're saying that. But basically based on that, it's supposed to smell like flowers, neroli blossom, and driftwood. Now, driftwood is usually used in Bath & Body Works Ease to describe a cologne scent. This does not have a cologne scent in it. It is primarily a floral candle, but honestly, it does just smell like sunscreen. Now, this is not as good as last year's version that had the red parasol. It is different. I told you guys I'd be doing a video review of this one to let you know, like, for sure, is it the same or not? It is definitely different than the other one. Similar, yes, it does also smell like sunscreen, but this one has kind of a perfuminess to it, or like a lotiony smell to it. So the one from last year was just like a straight up sunscreen. It was beautiful. You guys know it's my favorite candle of all time. This one smells like it, but there's this like clammy, lotiony, sweet perfuminess mixed in there with it, and in my opinion it kind of like ruins the candle. This is not nearly as good as the other one. It is definitely different. Of course, if you don't have any of the older versions left, I would still recommend getting this because I love the smell of sunscreen and I love this kind of sunscreen scented candle, but it is definitely not as good as last year's version. So the scent appeal on this candle, are you gonna like it? If you like the smell of sunscreen, then you will like this candle. It's pretty cut and dry. There's not a lot more to say. The throw on this version was horrible. To be honest, I had it in like a small bathroom, and really you could not smell it. You could smell it when I first started burning it, but about halfway through the candle and down, it was pretty much unscented, and that really is disappointing because the Suntan from last year was so strong. Like, it would fill your entire house. Like, it was so strong, and this one was just like, it was just disappointing. And I have another one of these, and it's just like, it's just not as strong. Like, the scent is not as good, and it's just not as strong. So very underwhelming just in general. Also, the performance on this version was not very good, really just like a 5 out of 10. It kept tunneling, like 2 wicks would be ignited and the other one would go out, and then I would light them all again, and then a different one would go out and the other 2 would stay lit. And it just kept like tunneling. I had to pour the wax out twice. I just had a lot of issues just with the performance on this one. Again, not that I just want to compare it to last year's version, but last year's version just performed flawlessly. I recently burned another one from last year that I just had kind of like in my candle stash for the last year, and it was just perfection. And then I burned this one immediately after, and I'm just like, ugh, like, it is just so not as good. Would I repurchase this version of Suntan? There's no way. Now, I did buy 2 initially because that was before I realized that it was different than last year's. So I'm good. I'm gonna wait until they bring like the legit one from last year back. And when they do that, I will buy like 10, 15 of them. But apparently, you know, Bath & Body Works doesn't want my money because this, I'm not gonna buy anymore. Alright, so those are my thoughts on the new version of Suntan. It is definitely a little bit different than last year's. It is definitely not as strong, definitely not as cute to look at, and definitely like has major performance issues. So if you don't have any of the old version, this will satisfy that craving for that sunscreen scent. But if you have some from last year, in like your candle hoard, just skip this and wait till they actually bring back the real deal, because this one is just a dud. All right, so those are my thoughts on Suntan. This one was just made me want to cry inside. It killed my soul because you guys know how excited I was and how much I love this scent, but this one is just a bit not as good. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about this version or the last version or Suntan in general, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!